What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Learning 101. It is May 1st. It's 1:29 p.m. and look at this thing. ABIO going from 525 to a high of just below 9, coming back down to 6 and exploding up towards 10, and it's currently in a halt right now. This move, a move like this, is what brings volume back into the small cap stocks. And I just literally said it in my market recap video that all we need is for one stock to just explode, go supernova, parabolic, and all these traders are just going to get FOMO and they're going to tell themselves, I'm not going to miss the next one. And this is what's happening currently right now. So why is ABIO exploding to the upside? Why does this have so much range? Well, ABIO came out with news today. News to attract volume. And the news was from their phase 2 trials. And then if you go to FinViz and look at the float and the shares outstanding, that's what I call a nano float. Let's pull it up real quick. We'll go to FinViz. ABIO. Look at the shares outstanding and the float. You should always be looking up the important information before you even trade a stock. Look at the shares outstanding, 1.1 million. The float, 1 million. That's what I call a nano float. This thing's going to be wicked if volume attacks this. The short the float isn't, the percentage really isn't that high, but all you need is for volume to attack this. Look, it's approaching 12 million in volume. They've rotated the float almost 12 times. Of course this is going to be moving around. Now it just opens back up. Look at this thing just move. Just from $8 here, just exploded up to 9. Look at this. 1050, 1065. Learn from this. That way, when this happens again, you're able to capitalize on this. This is beautiful. This is going to bring so much FOMO back into small cap stocks. And then watch the next couple days. Look at that, up to 11 bucks. The next couple days, we're going to be seeing a bunch of just low float stocks going off on the scanners and the screeners from chat rooms and gurus and traders just wanting to trade and all have FOMO from what ABIO did. You gotta also too, I see this happen so much. The small cap stocks will be slow Monday, Tuesday. Traders haven't traded because it's really slow. They want to trade. And then boom, it's like everybody attacks one stock either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday if it was slow the whole week. And it just makes up for the whole week. Chasing a stock like this when it's exploded to the upside can be very, very dangerous to your account. That's how you can blow up. You got to get past the point of, if you're only looking at stocks below $5, you got to open your range up. I used to be the same way. I only used to look for stocks below $1, below $2. And then when I discovered if you actually place stocks that show they can move and have range All you need is a couple hundred shares, and if a stock's moving $1.50, $2, you're gonna make a couple $100. I just can't take my eyes off of ABIO right now. I traded it in this area right here back around $6.75, $7 when it was forming this wedge. It was forming a descending wedge, and I got in on this at the break of $7 and rode it up to 7.40. And then it just goes crazy. Just an unbelievable move. And then we got the Fed meeting today at 2 o'clock. Who knows what the Feds are going to be releasing? But let's jump into the recap and break this all down. Excuse the way this chart looks right here. I'm messing around with it. I want to change the colors on it. But let's check out the SPY real quick of what the SPY did today. Again, hitting all-time new highs for the SPY. Even yesterday, towards the close, we closed pretty strong. And then when the market closed, Apple just put out blowout earnings. And I said it in the Discord chat. When Apple put out great earnings, look for Apple to carry that momentum and push the market higher. We got a great gap up this morning. Opened up a little weak, but as the day went on, got a little bit stronger. We got to push up to an all-time new high. And then as we're approaching the Fed meeting, you could see it's starting to sell off and go sideways. The market doesn't like uncertainty. So it's really, really important what the Feds do in this Feds meeting. If they don't do rate hikes, look for the market to just explode. If they do rate hikes, look for the market to sell off. It's going to be really, really interesting to see what they do. Because if we look at the daily on this, it's just been just a straight shot up and up and up and up and up and up. And if they come out with rate hikes, that could stop this up momentum, and then we could start pulling back. That's why it's really important to see what they do. Next up, let's go to the Qs. We're looking at this on the 1 minute. Same thing, just like the SPY. Get a gap up today, and the SPY for the most part has just been sideways. It did get a little up momentum here, and then just gave it all back, and it's just been going sideways. Like I said, we're just all approaching or all waiting for the Fed meeting. And then we got the Russell 2000 here. Just choppiness on the Russell 2000, as you can see. Sell off, comes back up, sells off, and then now it's making its way back on up. Just uncertainty, like I said. We don't know what's going to happen. And then the Dow Jones here. Consolidation going sideways, a little up push, sells off, and then starts to get a little rebound right there. Look at that, back up to 1155. From 1030 all the way up to 1150. Awesome move on ABIO. But we also had a couple stocks pop off today. We had ABIO and PRPO. Look at this bad boy. Going from 576 all the way up to a high of almost $8 today. And if you remember PRPO, this is the same stock that had the 6 sell down right here, gap up, and another 6 sell down right there. But look at this just general area right here. It kept coming down. To this area right here. 450's level. 450 up to $5. Let me draw a line here. From 450 up to $5. Yesterday I got its push above 5 up to 6. Opens up at around 550 today. And then from there it just shoots up. That's why it's important to keep these stocks on your watch list and just keep tabs on them for the next couple weeks. Because you never know when momentum and buyers are just going to come right back into it. But you can clearly see it just got momentum and off it went. And then also real quick, I want to point out a good setup that's currently happening on PHAS. Nothing's happening on the intraday, but if we go and look at the daily, you could see this is setting up pretty nicely as it's been bottoming here at around this 1250 level. It's slowly but surely getting lower highs and just getting tighter and tighter and tighter, forming a descending wedge. This could either pop to the upside or it could pop to the downside. It's just forming a great pattern on the daily. And the bigger the time frame that a pattern forms, the bigger the move. So it's just something to keep on watch. And then next up, I wanted to talk about JMIA. JMIA is one of the recent IPOs. Just great range on JMIA, the Amazon of Jamaica. And if we look at this, you can see it just grinds up. Choppiness right here. Great move up there. But then it gets really tight right here. And you can connect the lower or higher lows going all the way up. That's a bullish ascending wedge there. And from $43, this gets a nice surge all the way up to $47. So just goes to show you with this as well. If a stock shows you it moves and has range, you can make great money and you don't have to have that many shares really. From 42.22 makes a high up here at 47. That's a $4 move. 100 shares, that's $400 right there. And then right now currently it's forming another pattern. It's forming pretty much a descending wedge. Doesn't have to be perfect. Technical analysis is not perfect. It's an art form. But let's go back to ABIO real quick. See where this is at. Just, is it halted now? No. Just wicked moves. And if you find yourself trading it in this area, you know what you're doing? You're chasing it. You can't do that. This is how you blow up your account. That's why you wait, have patience. Patience pays in this game. I try to tell people that you cannot chase. If you chase, you die. Let the stock prove to you it's setting up a pattern that you're familiar with and trade it. You had all day to keep tabs on this and watch to see what it did. There was great opportunity this morning when it ramped up right here. That whole time you didn't have to trade it, but then when it consolidated in this area at just the break of $7, you could see it kept bottoming here at 675. Gets a little push up, more consolidation right there. And then look at that. Boom, explodes to the upside. And then it gets its move down. And when it's in its move down, don't force it. Let it make its move down until it reverses. And all you got to do is draw trend lines on that. And you could see it's in a clear downtrend going all the way down. And then it starts to go sideways. Look at that. Going sideways from 675 up to 725. A 50-cent range right there that you could have scalped once, twice, 3, 4, and then it just got tighter and tighter and tighter at the 725. And then right after lunch hours at 1 o'clock, boom, gets momentum and explodes. That's just patience paying off at its best. And that's what you got to learn. This is a patient man's game. You got to develop discipline and patience. And like I always say, if a stock is tradable, it'll have 2 blowhorns in your face and kicking you in your shins to trade me. But ABIO could go any way at this point. It could continue surging up, or it could just drop off. You gotta be careful, especially with a nano float like ABIO. It's got a float of around 1 million. Look at that. It just surges from $10.50 up to almost $11 like that. And that's why if you're following trading gurus that market order in, you don't market order in. If you market order in and the stock's at 10.50, you market order in, they fill you at 11, and then it pulls quickly back down to 10.50, you're immediately down 50 cents. But we got 15 minutes till the Fed comes out with their decision. Also keep in mind when they come out with their decision, if whatever they come out with could affect ABIO as well. Also look at ABIO, look at the sector. What's ABIO's sector? ABIO is in biotechnology, healthcare, and the NASDAQ. Always look at the sector to see if there's going to be any sympathy plays following through with ABIO. Gap and crap on ARLO. Real quick, let's see what the see how the market is just going sideways. Choppiness or either sideways right there. It's because we're approaching the Fed meeting here in a moment. The market does not like uncertainty. But I hope you guys had a great trading day. It's the 1st of May, a brand new month. ABIO is kicking things off. This could bring momentum back into the small cap world. So we'll see. Watch for tomorrow to be super hot. You gotta have patience tomorrow. A lot of stocks are probably going to be popping off. A lot of just random low floats. Because this is going to bring a lot of FOMO back. A lot. Look at this on the 3-minute. That's just crazy. Just a perfect explosion up. Look at that. Slowly grinded and made higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, all the way up. That's a A+ pattern right there. And another thing that's always stuck with me when you have a pattern breakout is when so you got a pattern breakout right here. And traders, they don't have patience to hold on to their winners and they sell it, but they hold on to their losers. One thing that's always stuck with me that I read from a book, if you're trading a pattern breakout, the odds of that pattern, if it breaks out to the upside, the odds of it reversing are slim. So anytime I'm trading a pattern, and it breaks out to the upside, I always try to remind myself, if I'm trading it, the odds of it reversing, if it breaks out of the pattern to the upside, are slim. Because I know it can be hard trying to hold on to your winners. And traders naturally hold on to their losers, hoping for it to come back up. It's a lot of psychology. Watch, ABIO is probably going to trap a bunch of people, and it's going to have the death candle sink on it. Or I could be wrong, and it'll just explode and just go parabolic. But if you're chasing something when it's up this high, that's how you blow your account up. The only thing you can do is just take pictures of this chart, learn from it, and prepare for the next one. Wicked, wicked move on ABIO. And like I said earlier in the video, this happens all the time in earnings season. It'll slow up in the small cap world, and then all it takes is for one stock to just go supernova parabolic, and then all the volume comes back to the small caps. Or you'll see it really, really slow, and nothing's moving Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The market will always pretty much give you an opportunity in the week. You just have to have that discipline and wait for it. And look what happened. It was really, really slow Monday, really, really slow Tuesday. Now Wednesday, here's the opportunity. But we got the Fed meeting here in 9 minutes. I do want to keep watching ABIO to see what it does. I personally think it's just going to drop out of nowhere to the downside, but I could be wrong. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff happen in the market. Let's look at it on the let's look at something real quick. Hold on. It's above all of its major moving averages. If we go to the weekly, you got the 100-day here at 17. It's got resistance there at 14 on the weekly. And then on the monthly, let's see, it's 13 EMAs right at 11 bucks. But a lot of resistance. I'm seeing resistance at 14 on the weekly though. So if it does pop higher, 14 is going to be its next area, I think. Right there. And then if it can get above 14, look at that gap that it has to fill all the way up to 29. But it's starting to pull back. See? What'd I tell you? From 1025 all the way down to 975. And then this is where you'll start to see people panicking and just market order sell, and it just drops hard and just goes into a halt. Wow. This is the part that sucks of being under the PDT rule too. It's like you wait for it, or if you traded it and you tried playing it when it was in its downturn here and you took a loss on it and then it consolidated and then exploded to the upside, and then that's when your emotions can really, really get to you. That's why I hate the PDT rule. I cannot stand PDT. It could really, really mess with your psychology. We'll see. I personally think it's done for. But like I said, I could be wrong. But while you guys are here, if you guys want to head on over into the description down below, I have a free Discord group if you guys want to join it. Absolutely free. Every single day in here posting either motivational content, uh, videos that I find that are just pure gold on YouTube, and just talking about the stock market and learning. We'll see. But I also have a Twitter feed in here posting from traders. I got a new scanner in here from a stock bot, a halt scanner, all types of different chat rooms, book recommendations, new videos, some of my favorite websites I like to learn from and use. Gotta give a plug to the Discord room. But that's going to be it for this, guys. Be safe out there. Just remember, if you chase, you die. Always have a plan and stick to your plan. And remember, you're playing a patient man's game. Alright, guys. Till next time, have that patience, have that discipline, and study, study, study. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Later.